Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here, and today we're back for episode number 25 of my Philadelphia Phillies franchise. And as you can see, Eduardo Rodriguez goes down for 1 to 2 months with a torn calf muscle, so we had to bring up one of our AAA pitchers. There were 3-man candidates: Alex Reyes, Zach Eflin, and Dylan Tate. So based on a combination of overall rating and performance so far this season, I decided to go with Zach Eflin over Alex Reyes. And as you can see, we're looking at the injury report. So Dom Brown is due back in just a couple of weeks here. So we'll be getting him back, and he could be the substitute for that left-handed outfield bat that I was thinking about trying to pick up. I was looking at some team statistics, and as you can see, we're 19th in OBP. We're right around the middle of the pack for most of the offensive categories. We're a little bit above average for most of our pitching categories, and you can see some of them here. I mean, look at our pitching. You know, I'd say that's definitely above average, but our hitting, you know, I think that's really what we got to look to do at the deadline here. As I'm gonna have one more episode, I think, before the trade deadline, so I'm gonna lay out some specific trades for you guys in the next episode. I've actually already thought of a couple different ones. I think we're gonna be looking for maybe a first baseman, some sort of left-handed bat. We have a lot of different positional versatility on the team because, you know, Michael Franco can play first and third base. Benito Rodriguez can play first base, third base, corner outfield. He can even play second base, I think. Enos Carpenter can move all around the infield. So there's a ton of positional versatility with some of our right-handed bats. So really, if we can just find a position for a left-handed bat, and an effective one, I think then that's really what we're going to seek to do. But we've got Benito Rodriguez starting in left today, and I really do want to keep him in an outfield spot because you're going to see he's proven himself to be quite a good defensive outfielder, and he's got a really strong arm. You can see him there. So anyway, we are now headed into the bottom half of the first inning. Take a look at our lineup today. Pretty standard stuff. Lance Lynn on the mound for St. Louis, one of the more underrated pitchers in baseball. He's got a 3.81 ERA this season. Cody Ashley up with a man on second. He's going to ground that one to the shortstop. Throw onto first will be in time, and that will be the third and final out of the inning. So we're skipping ahead now. Top two leadoff man is Jason Hayward. The 1-1 pitch. It's a hanging slider that Hayward takes to deep right field, and that ball is long gone. Hayward cranks that hanging slider. I don't even know what I was trying to do. I think I was trying to get a 1-1 slider in on the hands of Hayward, and that one just got way too much of the plate, and Hayward just smoked that one. One of the longest home runs that I've seen so far at Citizens Bank in this franchise. But anyway, Lance Lynn now taking one to deep right center, but Odubel Herrera is there, and Odubel Herrera has been a huge piece since coming back from his broken forearm. He's hitting over 320. Got his OBP up in the 380s, and he's playing great defense out in center field like that. Then Matt Adams becomes Zach Eflin's first strikeout victim of the afternoon. So a little bit of background on Zach Eflin, the man making the start today for the Phillies. He was picked up by the Dodgers in the Matt Kemp trade, along with Yasmani Grandal, Tim Fedorowicz, and I think I'm forgetting one other player. But then quickly, a quick turnaround from there, the Dodgers flipped Eflin and Tom Windle to the Phillies for Jimmy Rollins. So that is how Eflin ended up a Philadelphia Philly, the former 2013 first-round pick, as Cody Ashley does it again. For the second straight episode, Cody Ashley homers. So once again, because Ashley's been, you know, he's really one of our only sort of middle-of-the-lineup type of left-handed bats. He's been hitting fourth for us, and look at him go. I mean, he had a home run in the last game. He's got a home run in this game. Now we've got two men on for J.P. Crawford, who's going to shoot one to deep right field. Hayward going back, but, you know, Hayward's got plenty of range, and he will make the play just in front of the warning track there. But we tie up the game at 1 apiece on the solo shot from Cody Ashley, and then Lance Lynn getting into the fun here with a little bit of offense himself here with a little base knock. So he's going to reach first base safely now. Ben Revere would be the next hitter. 0-1 count. He's going to ground this one into right field for a base hit. Lance had to make sure that ball didn't hit him. And there's actually going to be a play at second, but Lynn gets in there just in time. So it's going to be two men on now with no man out for Nori Aoki. Aoki's going to go down swinging on that changeup in the dirt right there. Good pitch by Zach Eflin, and now it's Matt Carpenter up 3-2 count. He's going to go down, takes that high and inside two-seam fastball. So back-to-back strikeouts now for the first two outs of the inning. Now it's Matt Adams up. Adams is going to ground this one right to Crawford at short. He'll flip on to second in time, and that'll be the third and final out of the inning. And the Phillies get out of it now. Bottom five, Zach Eflin up behind in the count, 1-2. He's going to ground this one into the hole on the left side, and that's going to get through. So both pitchers with hits here in the last couple of half innings, as Eflin getting in on the fun himself with a little leadoff base knock. Now, yeah, it is his first career Major League hit, of course, this being his first start. So later in the inning now, 2 men on with 1 man out for Yasiel Puig, who's going to strike out swinging on the high end fastball, 95 miles an hour, a big out number 2. But here's that man again, Cody Ashe, and Ashe takes this one to deep right center. That's going to get down right up against the wall. 1 run's going to score. Here comes another one, and there will be no relay. The throw goes to third. And Cody Ashe gives the Phillies the lead. They now have a 3-1 lead, and it's Jonathan Lucroy up next, 0-2 count. He's going to go down another strikeout on the high fastball from Lance Lynn. But we're on to the top of the 6th now. It's Johnny Peralta getting things going here with 1 out in the inning. He's going to get behind 0-2, and then on 0-2, slider down and off the plate. Great pitch for strike 3. Eflin doesn't really have a wipeout slider, and he's only a 3-pitch pitcher. I think his changeup's actually a little bit better than his slider, but his fastball's really good too. So it's an interesting 3-pitch mix, but it's one that can get the job done. As you can see, Yadier Molina strikes out, so now 5 strikeouts through 6 innings of work for Eflin. Here is Kevin Segrest coming on now. He's going to strike out Benito Rodriguez on the changeup. Great pitch by the left-handed reliever right there. So we're through 6. Take a look at the 6-inning recap. It's a 3-1 lead so far for Philadelphia. Eflin and Ashe have been the stars of the night for Philly, as Ashe has all 3 RBI for Philadelphia so far. And then take a look at Ashe back at third base. You know, the position that he was drafted as and he got called up as, then they sort of moved them around. You know, left field, a little bit of corner outfield, maybe even a little bit of first base. But he's back at third base tonight, and he makes a web gem there on the bunt attempt from Colton Wong. But now it's pinch hitter Justin Morneau, and Morneau goes deep to left in the corner and gone off the foul pole. Actually, I think that one might have wrapped around the foul pole, not gone off of it. But either way, Justin Morneau, and I mean, where else would you expect Justin Morneau to wind up in 2017 other than the St. Louis Cardinals? Comes through in the clutch, a pinch hit solo homer, and the lead is cut in half now. It is a 3-2 ball game, as here we go now. Ben Revere is up next, 2-2 count. And oh, where does that one miss? Eflin should have had strike 3. Instead, on 3-2, Revere grounds one in the hole. Diving stop by Fernandez. Throw to first in time to get the speedy Revere. What a play by Jose Miguel Fernandez. A missed opportunity by Eflin on what should have been strike 3 opens up the door for another web gem from the Philadelphia Phillies, a team that we have seen, you know, really commit a comical amount of errors in the past in the field, and now are really looking like they've turned themselves into a good defensive team, and you know, probably one of the reasons why we've jumped out to a 50-37 start this season. So Trevor Rosenthal now on. He's actually going to come on in the bottom of the 7th here, so apparently Rosenthal not the closer for St. Louis anymore, but Yasiel Puig strikes out again the 2nd time today, and again on the high fastball. So Ken Giles is going to come on. Eflin's day would be done after 7 strong innings. Giles on now for the 8th. Our typical setup man, he's going to get Hayward to go down on the 1-2 fastball right there, a little 2-seamer on the inner half. Not actually where I meant to pitch that pitch, but it worked out. Now with the man on, Yadier Molina up 1-2 the count. He's going to ground this one. It's gloved by Carpenter over there at first, getting the start at first base today, and then he retrieves it and tags the bag himself. In time for the out now, bottom 8, 2-2 count to Jonathan Lucroy. He's going to strike out. I believe that's his 2nd strikeout of the day, again on the fastball. So a lot of fastball strikeouts for St. Louis tonight. Now Jose Miguel Fernandez up 1-0 in the count. He's going to fly one towards center. Revere drifting back on it. He will make the play, and that will be the 3rd and final out of the inning. So now the Cardinals down to their final 3 outs. They're going to have to do it against Sean Doolittle and his 28-1 strikeout to walk ratio so far this season. 29 saves for the southpaw. Ben Revere up 0-2, 2 outs in the inning, and that one squeaks through into left field. So one of the fastest men in baseball now gets on here. He represents the tying run, so we're going to have to be wary of him. It's Nori Aoki up next. Aoki grounds one to Crawford at short, flip to second in time, and the ball game is over. The Phillies win by a final score of 3-2, and congratulations to Zach Eflin, who gets his first career Major League victory in his Major League debut. How about that? The man replacing Eduardo Rodriguez in the rotation, and a man who could fight for a rotation spot himself. You know, Jack Flaherty and Shohei Ohtani have both been kind of hit or miss. I mean, you know, Ohtani was really good at the beginning, and then it sort of drifted off lately. Flaherty's ERA is up over 5. So Eflin, you know, pitches well while Rodriguez is out. He could earn himself a permanent spot in this rotation. So we'll see. We've got tons of pitching though, and that could be one source of our farm system that we look to dip into if we do decide to make some sort of blockbuster move at this trade deadline. So anyway, take a look At the final box score there, Lance Lynn picks up his 5th loss of the season, and Eflin 7 innings pitched, 2 earned runs on 8 hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks, and Cody Ashe would get the player of the game after his stellar performance, driving in all 3 RBIs, or all 3 runs I should just say, for the Phillies tonight. So anyway, that is going to do it. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.